Hello and welcome to Finextra TV. I'm Hannah Wallace and we're here at Money 2020 in Amsterdam. Joining me now in the press lounge is Daria Dubinina from Crassula. Daria, thank you very much for taking the time out of the busy event to join us in the press lounge.
Thank you for having me.
Really good to have you on, and I want to start by hearing a bit about Crassula. What do you do?
Sure. So at Crassula, we're a white label banking software platform. We help financial institutions to build their own banking systems, payment systems, crypto projects, and we also enable banking as a service providers to have back office management system in order for the fintechs to manage their businesses on top of banking as a service providers.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for setting the scene for us. And we're going to talk a bit more about the markets you're involved in further down the line. But first, I want to talk about what's at the heart of many discussions during Money 2020, which is the economic turbulence we're seeing. So what are the main trends you're seeing, taking that into account? And also, how are fintechs coping and having that in mind?
Sure. So I think that that's the question of the whole industry transformation, and we see the trends that the big brands don't matter that much anymore. Companies are looking for more scalability. They are looking at the economy of scale, at the economy of embeddance, and also they're looking for something digital, very efficient, very quick to launch. And this trend is going to be continuing because financial projects are not looking for longer launch projects. They're looking for something that could be launched very fast, efficiently, with low budgets. So they need to have enablers there. So the banks and larger financial institutions are going to transform into something more digital and flexible, embeddable, while companies like Crassula will be enabling and giving the products for such companies to launch really quickly.
All right, thank you very much for that. And as you say, you work with BaaS providers and also the fintech companies. So it'd be really interesting to hear your input on what sort of challenges are they facing today and how can they begin to sort of meet those challenges?
Sure. When we are talking about fintech companies, usually their main challenges are speed and budget. So they have to launch something very quickly in order not to burn too much money. They have to launch something very efficiently, and also they have to have a unique sales proposition. So that's where we see that they are looking for some very creative solutions, like taking crypto and enabling the crypto in their products, or taking card issuing, or taking traditional financial instruments and then hybridization of them with a more experimental instruments. So they are giving more and more features to their customers. At the other end, we have banking as a service providers, which are facing the challenges of closing the deals very quickly, because we have infrastructure solutions, lots of infrastructure solutions, and then the real product on top of that in many cases does not exist. So combining these two worlds will make the hybrid solutions, will make the easy to launch solutions boom within the next few years.
All right, so you've done a good job to highlight the challenges there. Now let's talk about some of those opportunities. What opportunities does the global digital infrastructure offer, and what's yet to come here?
Sure. So first of all, the infrastructure across the globe is very fragmented. We have a good infrastructure here in Europe. We have players like Railsbank, Clearbank, Currency Cloud, ClearJunction. There's a lot of them, and there are a lot of them to work with. We have very different situation in the US, for example. We do have Cross River, we do have Evolve, we have companies like this who are trying to get the banking as a service offering, but it works very differently from what we see in Europe. So in terms of that, and in terms of globalization, I think that the solutions and the legal infrastructure and the payment infrastructure is going to be standardized somehow, and also that is what we are looking at. We're looking at enabling the same models that successfully work for us in Europe and the UK in different countries. So For us, that could be plans to expand to the US, and which we are doing at the end of this year, and also in a couple of years we're expanding to the Asian market and to the EMEA market with the same offering. And I do believe that companies like ours are going to transform this more, because we do enable these players, which work very, very differently, into one proposition that could be launched very easily.
All right, fascinating. I'm really looking forward to hearing more from Crassula, and thank you so much for sharing your outlook and giving us the backstory as well. But Daria, I'll let you get back to the event. It's already getting a lot more busy in the press lounge.
It is.
But thank you very much.
Thank you, Hannah.